All right.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone, to a series of Wonders events. I'm your humble DM, Robin. Joining us today by Stefan, play as our human sorcerer Rivani.
Yep.
Nathan, play as Viking, our Asmar Paladin. And Kat, play as Tully, our Wood Elf Rogue. So, previously, the team kind of went through a lot of, well, incidents. So Viking went to see the Commander Knox, have a discussion, find out a little bit more about, well, Commander Knox's backstory and how they could find a cure for their beloved company. Well, not so beloved for him, but anyway. So yeah, and Holly went to see, find this underground group, kind of signed the contract under duress, and still, she managed to get out and kind of regroup with the group and find out a little bit more about what really happened to this all hush hush over the festival season. And
And got ambushed by
yeah,
hunter killers.
yeah, true. And Ruvani also
Yeah.
went to see the wizards. Uh, yeah, find out that there's probably actually a way to save Lavinia, and all she got to do is just put the kind of like a potion to prolong kind of to stabilize her in a
To buy
way.
us some time, yeah.
Yeah, to buy us more time into saving her before they can deliver the sample to the wizard. Yeah, and they kind of regrouped, talked a little bit, like a lot of stuff being discussed, and then they found out that like all the stuff has been concluded. They went to the bar, tried to find out a little bit more about the information, and that is when they realized that they encountered this like tiny halfling who punched the dragonborn across this whole hallway. Yeah, with just his fist.
Not my fault.
Yep, definitely not your fault. Yeah, and in the end, they all gather up and outside of an alleyway to discuss what's this all about. And in their horror, they find that the Sovereign BlackFeather and two of his daughter apparently are dead. That is where we left off. Yeah, dun dun dun. That is where we left off. So let's get started. You are still in the back alley, talking to Frederick, the halfling, who just shared this shocking news to you, and yeah.
And
little
Tally's
bit
just
music.
like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the high drama. She's like, how?
Yeah. Frederick just looks at you guys, continues saying, it's really hard to keep something like this a secret, especially from someone like me. Yeah, he just said that with a slight cunning grin across his cheeks, looking directly at you, Tolly.
I appreciate your skill and your candor.
Well, these, though I didn't charge you now, this is something I'll need to collect in the future.
Oh, when you call in that favor, I will.
Definitely.
I'll be there.
It's always to have someone in the higher places. Yeah.
Although if your information is true, I may not belong for this world. This one might have to be a pro bono.
True.
Mm-hmm.
He continues to look at you, and then, what were you trying to say, Ruvani? Go ahead.
Responding to would you be able to turn the music down just a couple notches? It's I think it might be a little loud.
You can do that on the cog for yourself. There's a volume control in Roll20.
Oh, the music?
As a player, you can turn it down.
Okay.
Okay.
About that, because it's like...
Okay, sorry.
Okay. I can track it down a little bit. Is it better?
I found my own volume control.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool.
Sorry. Yeah, I was sort of responding to like Tally's statement of like not being along for this role. I sort of just sort of pipe out and say, well, no, if we can help it, just you're not.
Yeah.
Of course not, but I
The funny thing is,
survived by mere chance today.
Hmm.
I feel like it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. You're right about that one, darling. The funny thing is, the Queen, rumor has it, well, I want to say from who, rumor has it, when she received the news, she didn't, like, usually this sort of things, you just share it with the people, tell them your beloved king has passed and stuff like that. She didn't do any of that. In fact, she only postponed the festival and said she's gonna share it on the banquet, which is highly unusual for someone in such a high places.
Okay.
Well, that's just me, in my opinions.
No,
Well,
yeah. I cannot pretend to understand what she was thinking, but as it is a time of celebration, I can understand her reluctance with sharing this with the people. This is the worst timing.
maybe.
Oh,
But that is odd,
wouldn't be
and I
good.
will keep an eye on it. My sister trusts her. I'm loath to think she's suspicious.
Well, it's not my place to judge. Anyway, okay. So, what were you trying to roll for?
Because of my background,
Mhm.
and I'm like, don't they have enough money? Like, couldn't they just pay somebody to like resurrect or bring them back to life? Like,
Did you say
I
that?
just blurt this out. Like, I'm
Okay.
like, aren't you rich enough to like just come back to life? Like, there's perks to being rich, right?
True. That comes to the next part. Apparently, the body is so tainted and defiled that even the powerful priest and priestess from the Raven Queen can't manage to resurrect all of them.
I'm curious for my own reasons, and I would like to see what happened to this body. Like, I'm thinking this mentally, because I don't mind my body being mutilated so someone can't bring me back to life.
Yeah.
Whereas Tally's expression is
It's-
pure horror as she
Yeah.
contemplates
I'm like,
telling this.
curiosity. Oh, that's
but-
very
but-
unfortunate. We must find out what happened.
Ravinia's expression is sort of mostly the same at this point.
Yeah. Frederick kind of just smiles and continues. Well, he doesn't seem to be bothered by this news. In fact, you think he kind of enjoys sharing this news and to see the reaction on all of your faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a discount for that.
Yeah. And yeah, he just says, funny thing is, there's comes to the next part. It is none other to recover the body than the queen herself. Not her troops, not the Shadow Warriors, of course, but herself. Food for thought. Anyway, I think that's enough information sharing for one day, especially under the circumstances I haven't collected my debt yet. Well, enjoy a nice day, and I guess I'll be on my way. And he just starting to turn around slowly.
Okay. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just like, okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
how do I break this to Alethea is the number one concern to Tally.
Okay.
I just sort of turned to Tyler with this sort of I'm sort of trying to be like sympathetic and
Mm-hmm.
just saying like, Tyler, I'm so sorry.
Yes, Rabbini, it's...
Are you gonna be okay, or?
Oh, it's less than ideal. I'm alright. I never knew these people. Alethea. Oh, God. What do She's gonna ask why they can't be brought back. How do I tell her? Because she has to hear it from me. She can't hear it like the general public. She has to hear it from me. Man.
We should at least just tell her what we just found out, right?
Oh, we absolutely do. I as gently as possible.
Right.
It's not an easy thing to hear your family's been mutilated and there's one survivor.
All right.
It's never an easy thing.
Let's put a bit of a downer on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is business as usual. It's just not normally so personal.
True.
I'm not sure how to feel about that, but alright then.
Viking, what's your passive perception? Sorry, just wondering.
I think it's 10.
Okay.
It's nothing special. That's like the default, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm a passive perception.
Yep. You're so deeply focused on the conversation, you and Rainy have paid none attention. So, as you guys are discussing this, Frederick, who about a while ago just gently moved past you and down to the hallway. You guys are outside of the tavern, and just out of the Rusty Iron, and yeah. You were having conversation. Frederick was leaving, but now you see him doubling back. In fact, he's moving in a way that seems like he's avoiding someone. And then you heard this voice yelling, "Frederick Goldfinger!" And you see a few guards popping out of the shadow, surrounding most of you, and the leader with an automaton kind of just continues saying, "You are captured. Well, you are wanted for spreading conspiracy against the Sovereign, and let's see, conspiracy, rumor of like starting a revolution. You are sentenced to treason and is to kill on sight. And if you resist, well, we're bringing you back. If you resist, yeah, we have the full authority to kill you on sight." And Frederick just kind of looks at all of you, just like, well,
Right.
I think this is a good time to collect the debt.
You want
sort
to
of-
talk my own city guard?
Yeah.
No?
I turned to Frederick with this disapproving look, and I sort of say, like, what does he mean by that?
Tali puts her hand up, she's like, "Whoa, hey, there's a lot of you guys."
Those are your companions, correct?
No,
Frederick
I'm
just
like-
kind of like, yes,
We literally just met this guy. I
Alright.
love not to get caught up in this.
Frederick
No.
is hesitating. Actually, Frederick is hesitating to say yes. Yeah, Frederick is like, I don't
I wanna
want to
grab-
you guys. Yeah.
I want to grab him by the scruff of the neck,
Mm-hmm.
like behind,
Yeah,
and
he's
I'm like,
Okay.
"Gentlemen, I'm so glad you're here. I was sent here by Commander Knox on a special mission to apprehend this scoundrel."
Yeah.
And like I have him by the back of the neck, and I'm like, I was requested specifically to take care of this riffraff because we can't have this wandering the streets.
The signs.
Do you want me to do a deception check?
No, yeah, definitely deception or persuasion. With disadvantage.
No, I'm lying through my.
Okay.
I'm lying
Oh,
through
cool.
17.
Nice. 17.
That's with disadvantage.
Yeah, he just sees the post.
And I'll even. I even have a symbol to what was it? Let me through the gates or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So you raise the invitation letter, or yeah, he. Oh.
No, he gave me something else
order,
because
Yeah.
we're gauntlet order.
Yeah.
Thing.
You raise the order of the gauntlet to show it to the guards. The guards look at the post, the most wanted post, and then look at the symbol, and then thinks for a second. Continue saying, the post doesn't say which group he works for, but if you do have Commander Knox vouch for you, you wouldn't really mind to come with us to verify the story? If he really sent you guys off to capture this dude?
And when he says what group I'm with, I'm like, I'm with a group of problem solvers. These are my associates behind me. So yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, I have no problem going with you.
Alright. The guards just take a deeper look at you, and it's like, for now, I'll take your words for it. Just toss him over. He just says to toss Frederick over. Yeah.
That wasn't my agreement with Knox. I was told to bring him directly to Commander Knox. My understanding is there's some information that even Commander doesn't want released from this scoundrel.
You know how
Roll
it is with
another
this more
persuasion check
clandestine
with
operations.
disadvantage.
Can I help him and cancel out the disadvantage?
Nope.
22.
Either way, he's
25.
fine.
He doesn't need that. All right.
I'm good at shit like
the
this.
guard seems really convinced at this point. He's like, "Oh well,
I still have him by the scruff of the
Yeah.
neck, by the way.
Well, then you wouldn't mind us escorting you to meet him, right? I mean, that is
Like I said,
what
he said specifically he's worried about the nonsense this guy is going to spout.
but we need to.
I am on special mission, so I'm afraid that your deputies here might overhear something, and then we have to deal with that as well. And I look very stern. I'm like, there's a reason why I was sent specifically to problem solve this.
Okay. Well, you know what? How about this? You got a point. Apparently you got your mission from the commander. I don't want to interfere that. He's my boss after all. And I can't just let you wander on the street with this scoundrel.
Tell you what.
In case that really happens, hear me out. So I'm gonna send 2 automaton with you. They're not with my crew. They're under direct command of Commander Knox, and they don't eavesdrop.
I was gonna actually suggest that myself.
Okay.
Relinquish your automatons under my control.
Well,
as
no,
we, no,
it's not gonna be
no.
under
So
your
I
control.
I just want to make sure that I don't encounter any problems. Last thing I need is for them to attack. Just like you control them right now. They need to understand that I'm in charge of escorting this prisoner.
Don't worry. We'll give them simple command and they'll obey. That is to walk you guys directly to Commander Knox's office, and that's it. That's it.
Yep, of course. Yep.
Fair enough. Let's. And as he says, as he is about to finish the sentence, you notice that on his back, there's a kind of a dark essence, like piercing out from his front chest.
You should get
no.
that checked.
No.
He
That looks bad.
He looks down on his chest, and it's like blood's starting to drip from his mouth, and he just dies. Like the other guard sees this, like,
Run!
what is
Run!
what is this?
Yeah,
Just
when,
run.
yeah, when I
You guys,
when I
you
when I see
killed him.
that,
Yeah,
oh,
and then
I say like, no, this
Yeah.
this isn't us. This is some.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but I think you guys need to get out of here right now.
as you guys are talking, you see this shadowy figure that was a while ago behind the guards suddenly emerges. It latches itself to the guard and just entirely like surrounds it, and then swallows it as whole, and then it stands up as like merge up like a shadow overcoming the guard entirely and just forming a shape and just looms there. At this moment, the guards all turn their weapons against you and the shadow as well. Apparently, the guy was talking as like kind of a team leader of sort, and they were like, "Oh, you are in so much trouble. Drop your weapons now." And they're like, just kind of looks off you. It's like, drop your weapons now.
Know anything about?
They
No,
anything
that's
about that?
psychopath.
they are
Yeah, no,
they are
this
shouting at
isn't-
both you and the shadow. The shadow doesn't seem to be affected. Kind of swirls around and darts into the darkness. What would you guys like to do? You got about 6 seconds.
Whoa, what the hell was that? Jeez.
yeah, I was gonna wing a kitchen knife at it.
Okay. Right. So
But I doubt.
Yeah.
all right. I'll
I
just
saw
say
one.
this. You guys have about. What would you guys like to do? You got only one action to do at this point. What's your
I basically just sort
passive
of-
perception, Ravani? Sorry, before you do anything.
Okay. 15.
Okay, that's it. That's all I need to know. All right, continue. What would you like?
I sort of just like put my hands up in the air and like trying to be as like non-threatening as I can, and
Mhm.
I try and persuade them, saying like I don't know what just happened with your guy over there, but and I don't know if whatever he said about Mr. Halfling over here is true, but
All right. So
not criminal, sir.
yeah. So you're trying eagerly to convince the guards not to attack you. You're also an innocent bystander. All right. The guards, they're gonna move forward actually, with their weapons ready, and the other automaton kind of lumps out of the shadow. The automaton is like, you heard the guards kind of said something, like to the automaton, and the automaton is like, eyes like glows in a blue hue, and then just looks around and just like seems to be starting to scan the area. The other guards kind of move forward to you guys, and their spears on front, and says, "Drop your weapons now."
I don't have my weapon drawn. It's still like sheathed.
Yeah,
Like
drop them.
we weren't fighting or anything.
I know. The guard just looks at you and says, "Drop it now."
I'm like, okay. Shouldn't you be sounding the alarm right now? Your commander just died.
Yeah, right. The other guard just like, Yeah, right. Anderson, just use the automaton and sound the alarm. And they are still kind of confused because apparently they follow orders. You can see on their faces. They are the guys who follows orders instead of giving them. So they're still a little bit confused about what to do with all of you. And yeah, what's your action, Tali?
I was gonna throw a knife at the shadow, but if she's gone too quick, I'm
Alright.
just asking questions.
Okay, so I would say, do you ready your action to throw a knife, or do you?
Well, yeah,
just
because
ready
the
your
minute the
action?
guard was like, "Huh," I was just like, oh, no.
Okay, that's good to know. So the shadow, at this moment, as the guards like sound the alarm and try to maneuver over to the automaton, you see two more emerge from the shadow underneath the guard who was just about to sound the alarm, and then the
Company.
same, yeah, okay, do it. Your action, okay. Throw the kitchen knife. Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
I think it counts as a dagger.
Okay, yeah, it counts as a dagger. It definitely hits. Roll the damage.
That it's right behind someone.
Alright. Yeah, so you got someone at the advantage point? No? I don't think so, right?
Well, if they're within 5 feet, yeah, I get
true.
advantage.
Alright. So yeah, definitely sneak attack. So your blade, your dagger flies through the shadow. Just into the distance.
Yep.
You think you definitely hits it, but it just like the shadow just dissipate and move a path for the blade to fly through, and then seals itself up.
After she does
The
that,
other
Yeah.
two.
I'd like to I want in my most commanding, authoritative voice. I'm gonna be like, men, you need to take a defensive stance. There's more. And I like start pointing at the other ones.
All right. So, as you said that, these two are about to make a jump on the guard. Let's see.
I want to say along with that, like if
Okay,
if we help you take out the shelves, will you believe us?
Yeah, whatever. Just help. They're like,
Good work for me.
whatever. Yeah, they are starting to. Okay, all right. That definitely hits. Let's see. All right. Okay. That is really bad for the guard because. So you see this time the shadow kind of seeps into the mouth of the guard. The guards like try to wiggle and try to struggle away, like you see the shadow kind of starting to fill its body, its entire lung, and then its eyes starting to glow as dark as the night. And then all of a sudden, the guard just kind of twitch, and yeah. The shadow kind of merges with the guard.
Oh.
Yep. The guard is starting to move forward towards you. Alright, that will be his. Well, that'll be all. Yep, that'll be all. The other shadow, is gonna carefully avert the automaton and to the other guard, and also do the same thing. So you see the shadow this time it swirls around. You can hear the guard starting to scream as the shadow starting to seeps into from the eyes and like into the mouth. Just like kind of takes over. Yeah, this time it doesn't do that well. You can see the guard starting. There's something on the guard's shirt starting to glow as it starts to. You can see the symbol of the Sovereign Solaris starting to burn as it kind of repels the shadow a little bit more. The shadow kind of looms and then does a second try. Make a second go. Alright, this time it takes over. The shadow kind of overpowers the symbol. You can see the cracks on the crest, and then the whole thing just crumbles into pieces as the shadow kind of finally just seeps in and takes over the other guard. And the other guard also is under control at this point. Alright, the guards raise their weapons. This one is gonna try really hard to swing at the former associate, and yeah, it's a crit. So the former associate is entirely since it's like still trying to fight over the shadow, the guard hit it with ease and deal quite a severe damage as the body kind of but the gashing wounds you can see inside, you can see the intestines, you can see the ribs cracks open, but the guard is still standing. The other guard is gonna raise their weapons, not knowing what to do. These two are gonna try to move over to the automaton. However, as they move over, another shadow pops out and starting to claw their way into the soldiers. Yeah, the guard stands no chance as the claw just kind of rips all of its intestines open. You can see the guard screaming in pain, and it just like kind of gushes open and just kind of lies on the ground unconscious. Yep. And yeah, this one is gonna try to poke the shadow. It's like, get away from you! Get away from me! You terrible thing! And he's starting to poke the shadow. However, his spears are kind of meaningless against the shadow as it pokes through each and every time, leaving nothing but a hole. And then the hole just seals itself back up. Yeah, that's it. That will be the guard's turn. These two were just talking to you, so they have no action. Alright. Now will be the automaton's turn. The automaton is gonna try to pummel the shadow. Yeah, that doesn't really work. So you see two giant fists landed at where the shadow originally was, and then just hits nothing, like air. Yep. Alright, now everyone roll for initiative. It'll be a great time to roll for initiative. Alright. Initiative.
Ooh, 22.
Nice. Nice, a crit. Not bad.
I thought I was doing good at 16. You guys suck.
Alright, the Shield Guardian is not doing great. Alright. The guards. Yep, totally not doing great. Shadows. Alright, Shadow's doing really well. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Guards. Guard. Rolled a 7. And Shadow rolled a 20. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, so what's your dexterity score, Lavinia?
That would be a 14.
Alright. Do you have proficiency in acrobatics?
I do not in acrobatics.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering. Nothing. Alright. This will be your turn. Go ahead. Do your stuff. What would you like to do?
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 of my sorcery points,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use Quicken Spell to throw Mage Armor on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
After I do that,
Yeah, go ahead. Do it. So, hold on. Which spell? I'm just wondering which spell.
Quicken Spell
Quicken spell,
to
yeah.
cast Mage Armor on myself as a bonus action.
Mage armor. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you, with a swirl, you see, Lavinia you kind of pulls the strings from every part of your body to the connection of the weave. You concentrate really hard, and then all of a sudden, your body is surrounded by this translucent bluish hue of armor that shows up on your skin. Yeah, your AC is now 15. Go ahead.
And for my main action, let's see. For my main action, I'm going to spend one of my 3rd level spell slots,
Mm-hmm.
and I will cast a Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
Okay, nice. To which targets?
Okay, so this guy here is one of the best ones now, right?
Yeah. He's currently under
Okay,
control. So this one, I'm gonna mark him. This one, I'm gonna mark him as well. All right. Go ahead. What would you like to do? So
Yeah, I'm going.
roll for attack. If you want to Scorching Ray
So-
those two.
Two of my Scorching. So my first 2 Scorching Rays are going to be against this target here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Roll those 2 first.
Roll the 6. Yeah. All right. All right. The first one misses. Second one hits. Roll for damage. So I assume the one on in front of you is the first one, right? The first target, and the one on the other side is the second target, right?
My first 2 Scorching Rays are both going against this
Okay.
this one here.
Cool.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, cool. That's nice. Sorry. The shadowy figure takes over of him. So he is the one having to. Alright. Nice. Sorry. Let me do maneuvers again. Alright. So you, with that Scorching Ray, you hit its torso. It kind of burns some of the flash of light and the fiery potent of your magic kind of burns through some part of the guard's flesh, revealing its like the skin, burnt charred parts of the skin, and reveals some of the flesh underneath. But you don't think the guard is like feeling any pain or under any influences at all. However, you do, with the concentration and the focus, you do cause a surge of the wild magic from your lineage. Yeah, your size now, as you feel the power of the ray burns.
Well, those were just my first 2 rays. I will have.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh,
You
the
used it on
other
3rd level, right? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Do the final one, and
My
we'll
first
talk what happened to you.
3rd level. You have 4 rays at 3rd level.
Okay. do the.
So anyway, the first one is going against this other possessed one.
Okay, do it. All right. Sadly, those two are too close to you, and you kind of still under the shock of the shadow taking over them. So your attack kind of misses as your like shivering hands kind of guide the wrong way. Final one. What's the target?
Yeah, a fourth one is against this one.
Okay, do it.
I guess it's shadow here.
Do it. Yeah, I saw it. All right. All right, that definitely hits as the shadow, as you see the fire just kind of swirls around and just kind of aims at the shadow. Yeah, it kind of hits the shadow on the chest, kind of burn through a chunk of the black essence and reduce it to smoke. However, you do see that this shadow figure kind of still looms there, and that will be your spell ends. At the end of your spell, you can feel as the reducing part of the shadow into smoke, you can feel the smokish essence kind of rumbles through your your nose and your lungs. You feel this sudden surge in the metabolism, and your size is to your surprise suddenly increases by one size, and now you are a large creature. Yeah. You now stand twice as tall as your normal height. You're almost the same tall as the automatons that were looming over you. Yeah. The size.
Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Now you're big. Imagine Ant-Man doing the famous thing, going big.
Little guy is big now.
Yeah.
Little guy is big now.
Yeah. All right.
Hang up there, giant girl.
I'm so sorry. Well, the magic does weird stuff sometimes.
So what would you like to do? Would you like to move, or is that all?
I don't think I can move without provoking an opportunity attack now.
Yeah.
Sit on one of them.
That might be a good idea. Depends.
I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah. Is that all?
I'm gonna stand my ground for the time being.
Okay, cool. So that will be the end of your turn. Now the shadow's turn. The shadow, this time, it kind of aims for the automaton. You see, the part it was reduced to ashes and smokes, the shadow kind of accelerate that process and reducing it into a blackish smoke that surrounds the automaton, seeps into every joint of the system, and then you can hear the automaton trying to struggle through the effect. However, let's see. Okay.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Okay. Yeah, it was originally it was withstanding the whole intrusion, but you all suddenly hear something cracked underneath, and then you see that parts of the ruin that is under the chest kind of got overcome by the whole shadow, and then it was originally brightish yellow, almost like a golden color. The darkness kind of takes over with each stretch and attaches in, and then all of a sudden the automaton who was standing really tall suddenly kind of twitches, and then you see when it looks back at you, its eyes are already gone real dark. And yeah, that's it. That will be this shadow's action. Alright. These two, this one is gonna try, the overtaken guard is gonna try to attack you, Ravani. Like, throw in the spear. Your AC is 15, right?
Yeah.
Alright, that hits you. Yeah, so you see the spear kind of like kind of piercing to you underneath your the position is kind of weird because you were like twice the size as you were. It only sticks into your thigh, and it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurts, but in comparison, it looks like a small stick towards your size. Still, it hurts. You take about 9 points of piercing damage. Yeah. The guards is gonna twitch for a sec, and then moving towards here. This one is gonna move towards you, and then starting to poke you again with the spear. Yeah. The second attack also hits.
I want to impose disadvantage now that he's
Okay.
closer to me.
Nice. So
I use my shield.
yeah. So good disadvantage because it's
Right.
about the right time. As you all saw that Viking was standing right next to Ravani's large and big in size, and like raised his shield to block it off, just in time to knock the spear out of the way, missing Ravani just by inches. You can even feel the sharp wind cutting through your leg, but you take no damage. That's nice. Alright, that will be this one's turn. This one, well, Yar's already taken his turn. That will be the end for the shadows.
I take it this guy is Fendrick.
Yeah, it's Frederick.
Okay,
It's Frederick.
Frederick. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just was wondering he's on the initiative tracker. That's
Yeah.
all.
So yeah, he is. He's at the bottom of the initiative because you were holding him, and yeah, you didn't really drop him when the attack happened. So yeah, his choices are limited.
Yeah, it was, scruff of the neck, but he's
Yeah,
like
I
not
know.
really holding him captive or anything.
Yeah,
It
but
was more
he's-
for play. He
yeah.
would have known that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but he's above the ground because you were higher than him. So
He's like
about
a
the
halfling's
ground,
only
yeah.
3 feet tall. They're
Yeah.
pretty short. So
Yeah, so as you grab him up by this like collar, he's like about about 20 centimeters above the ground or so, or
yeah, it's fine.
yeah. But anyway, now will be the shield. Oh, sorry, the automaton's turn. Well, they say shield guardian, but anyway, yeah. So the shield guardian kind of moves over and starting to try to pummel the target. Well, that was overtaken. Fist. Let's see. Yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah, it kind of punched a gigantic hole on the guard's body. You see like heart, chest, and everything. It's like kind of a gaping hole, and then like the shadow kind of hisses, and like the body kind of reduces into a pile of like flesh and bones, and the shadow kind of looms over, and yeah, got forced out of the already dead corpses. In fact, the automaton is gonna try to make a Constitution save. Yeah, he makes it. So, yeah, nice. The automaton like fists as it punched through the guard's chest. The shadow was trying to latch itself onto the automaton. However, the speed of the automaton is way too fast for it to it's a big machine, but it's fast. And before the shadow can fully attach to it, it kind of retrieves the fist. And the second attack is gonna try to aim for the shadow as well. Yeah, the fist just swing wildly, completely missing the shadow at this time. That will be its turn. So, the automaton. Let's reroll something. All right. He is currently under control. So yeah. Now be taller.
Can a mechanical thing be charmed?
Roll me an Arcana check or history check to know from your past if it's possible.
9.
Maybe. You're not sure. They are creatures, right? You're not sure.
Did you delete that other automaton token, by the way?
No.
Yeah, the one that was here is gone.
Weird. Okay.
Unless you put it on a different layer.
Oh no. Yeah, it's accidentally. I was switching the guard. Oh no, I was switching the shadow underneath. Hold on. There are so many of them. Come on, so many. Just get into the shadow. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry. Go on. Let me just fix this. Shadow. This dude, dead. Alright, continue. Tully, what would you like to do at this point?
Okay. I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna take 2 swings with my knives in melee.
To the shadow? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, roll for attack. Second attack? Alright. Your blade, first blade definitely misses. Second blade, as you think you hit, there's no visible wounds. The dagger just kind of, the kitchen knives you were holding just kind of
sticky.
Yeah, flies through the shadow. Nothing.
I'm holding them. I'm working in melee so I don't lose them.
Yeah, with your blade skill, you're mostly certain that this would hit. However, nothing happens.
It's just not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that all? Do you wish to move on?
No, I'm gonna hiss.
All right.
I don't want to pull out the baton, but I gotta.
Yeah. All right.
That's me.
That'll be the end of your turn. Now will be Viking's turn.
So, since Ravani is huge, I am going to go through her, like underneath her legs, probably.
Whoops. All right.
She's huge. And go right here.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you can totally do that.
And I of course drop the halfling.
Okay. Yeah. So you drop him in the process. You heard Frederick go like, ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do a I seen the emblem kind of help resist the possession. I have a good sneaking suspicion. I just want to make sure my character would understand it.
Okay.
Can I do a religion check on something?
Definitely. Go ahead. First,
okay.
What would you like to check for?
Well, I have protection from good and evil readied. And here, I'll link the spell. So what I'm thinking is, if I cast it on somebody, the protection grants several benefits. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. So I was thinking about casting it on this guy and
Okay.
trying to expel it.
With that religion check, religion.
Like, I may have seen this before, so...
Yeah. With that religion check, you definitely think that this is some sort of a creature, definitely, and you just don't know for sure if it will work. But
if you know me, if I have any suspicion,
yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you have
like
witnessed
that's
before.
my.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, you spawn of evil. I cast you out, and and I cast protection from good and evil on this guy.
Okay. As you do that, you reach out your hand. Well, actually, you extend your shield and raise it above you. The evening, kind of dawning sun. No, sorry, not dawn. Kind of a sinking sun, kind of reflects on the top of your shield. You angled it towards the guard's eyes and just aim directly towards it. And with a hissing sound, you heard the guard kind of screams and kind of yells in pain, and kind of twitching and slowly retrieving. All right. The guard right now, he can make a con save.
With advantage is what that says.
Advantage. So yeah, at this moment, you see the guards bent over and starting to puke. It's and all of a sudden, this gashing shadow kind of he pukes out from over his body, and you see that his eyes is no longer dark anymore. He is in fact he has in fact repelled the shadow out of his body. All right.
I'm gonna say, as just purely out of an voice, not a check or anything. I'm I suggest you go back to where you come from, or else I will send you back to the plane you came from, or a worse plane than where you came from.
Okay. The shadow. Hold on. You were speaking to it in common, right?
I don't know if these know Celestial or not, but that's the only other language I have.
Okay.
So it'd probably be common.
Okay. The shadow kind of just hisses and swirls around the guard's body, still reluctant to fully detach itself, but it can't do anything but being detached. Yeah.
Well, and since I still have a bonus action, I'm gonna bash it with my shield to knock it prone.
Do it.
So that would be a athletics check.
All right.
14.
All right. You try to bash the shadow. All you swing at is a pile of smoke as you swing it across its body. It just kind of reshapes as your shield swings over.
All right.
That will be the end of your turn.
Yep. That's everything.
All right. Now will be the guard's turn. The guard, first, this guy who was possessed before, is gonna try to move away from the shadow. Alright, I'm calling the cavalry, and he's moving away from the shadow. The shadow is gonna make an opportunity attack.
He still has advantage, or like he still has protection from good and evil
Yeah,
on him.
so
It's
the
10 minutes,
shadow
so
has
it's disadvantage.
against it. Sadly, even with disadvantage state, the shadow, you think it's maybe the residual connection to the guard that the shadow once possessed it, kind of does the trick. You see a gigantic, kind of long whip kind of swirls around the guard's neck, and with a single snap, just snapping sound, you heard its neck was broken in half, and the guard lifeless body drops to the ground. Just like that. Alright, now this guard is gonna try its best to, well, kind of stop the automaton. You see it like moves over and try to reach into the automaton's body for something. He's gonna make a dex check. Yeah, you see him successfully reach into the automaton's body, grab some sort of a cord or something, and rip it out.
Did he just like pull start the automaton?
Yeah,
like a snow machine?
Yeah, he pulled something.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, you're
Chainsaw.
not sure what, but he definitely pulled something out of the automaton. The automaton, with its last reaction. Alright. Ouch. The guard did manage to pull some sort of runic pipeline. You see a color of browns like shines in the evening sunlight, and then with a wham, the automaton smack its gigantic fist across the guard's body and like slam it into the shop, the stable nearby. Just slam it into the sink, and yeah, dealing a severe amount of damage. You hear so many bones crack that the guard just like can't even make a painful noise because like just of way too many stuff broken in his body. Yep. All right. But the results are the automaton does seem to be losing one side of the fist it was controlling. Yeah. And that's it. This guy is still unconscious. He's gonna try to make a death save. You see his body kind of like the bleeding kind of stopped a little bit from the previous wounds it was caused, but yeah, it's still not enough to go fully back. And these two are gonna swirl around the automaton, trying to pull as many cord as possible from the automaton's system. Alright. Dex. Nope. These two, as they're poking, trying to use their spirit for leverage, instead they kind of got slacked, or like got slammed into each other, and kind of got intertwined and tangled up, and it's kind of hard for them to do anything right now. This one is gonna move over to the after witnessing what happened to its partner that was killed by the shadow, this guard is just gonna stand to his ground, trying very best on defensive position to fend off the attack. So he's gonna ready his action. That'll be his turn. Now will be Frederick. For Frederick, he looks around to you guys, and Viking, you heard a slight whisper in your mind that says, "Hey, so were you gonna sell me out before, or are you just playing the guards, or were you just playing the guards?"
I was playing the guards. Like, I I hate like authority for the most part, and I like to
Okay.
fuck with people.
Okay.
And I totally tell him that.
Okay. He's gonna roll for an insight check by himself.
And I'm not trying to be deceptive or anything.
Okay. So you see him kind of nods at you, and then he whispers, "I don't think we stand a chance. These are the Shadow Warriors of the BlackFeather Sovereign BlackFeather, and we probably need to run. On my mark, I'll tell you where. Just follow my lead. All right. He's gonna.
I'm like, are you gonna tell the others?
He just winks at you as you kind of like message that back to him in your mind. Yeah. He is gonna move forward and kind of dash. You see him kind of runs towards the corner and to an opposite position, and he's gonna try to make an attack as well. Okay, let's see. Attack, yeah. And now, this one, yeah. You see, he pulls out a small kind of whip with like pointy tip on the end, and just kind of swirls around the shadow. As it swirls around the shadow, normally, as Tolly just witnessed it, her blade just flying through the shadow in vain. This time, the whip actually attaches itself to the shadow, and during the time it attached itself to the shadow, it kind of glows in a bright light. Kind of, you heard a hissing sound, like kind of accelerate as the inner, like the side of the whip, kind of like extrude out of like toothy, like sharp edges, and kind of cuts into the shadow. The shadow kind of screams for a bit and just kind of takes. Okay, not as much as you think. However, it does kind of restrain the shadow for a bit. Alright, that will be the end of his turn. He used bonus action. Yeah. Alright, now will be Ravani's turn. Ravani, what would you like to do?
Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna sort of feet down here, and I'm actually going to zoom over the battlefield. I'm going to cast haste on Viking.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah. So you move a little bit backwards, enough distance so you won't get in too personal, but not too far that will cause an opportunity attack. So you aim at Viking, ready your action, and like kind of releases your hand and points at Viking. Viking, you feel the sudden surge as all the things surrounding you starting to look slow in emotional sense. You can even see the shadow that was so shifty before kind of looks more solid in a matter of, in a way of speaking. Yeah, you can even see the dark essence that was leaking out from its body and into the atmosphere. All right, you are now accelerated, hasted. All right, so haste. Let's see. This. I'm gonna give you this. Alright. So
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
yeah. Alright. So, Ravani, is that all? That was your bonus action, right? Alright. With that, and then.
Haste. regular action?
Yeah, haste is a regular action. You still have your bonus action. I think. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Hold on.
Right. Yeah, I just don't. I'm just not sure if I really have any bonus action-y stuff that I can
Okay.
do right now.
If that's the case, then yeah, you can always just not do anything. It's up to you. So for Viking,
Yeah,
you
that's
get a
gonna be
plus
right.
2 AC. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. So what were you saying? Ravenny, did you say something?
It's gonna be my turn.
Oh, okay. So that will be the end of your turn. Okay, cool. For Viking, you get the following effect. For Ravenny, you feel this sudden calling from you don't know where or when, but it sounds ancient. It sounds from the sound that coming from probably the first age or the time before the whole world was formed. You feel this deep connection to it that yeah, that's it.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Alright, that will be your turn. Now will be the shadow's turn. The shadow. Alright. This one is gonna look at you, Viking. And reaching out a branch to you, actually. Make a Constitution saving throw. Alright. Your body kind of glows in bright, shining light as it's like, well, shining per se, but it's a pale light. It shines, but it kind of shines in a way that reminds people of the skeleton's color, the shine of skeleton. And no matter what the shine is, it kind of just pushes off the shadow entirely. You can see parts, like tips of the shadow's branch kind of burned off as your body shines. Yeah, for a brief second.
Oh no, I forgot that was my Aura of Courage.
Yeah, nice. All right, the shadow. All right, the shadow. Well,
so technically it's a 26.
Yeah.
And anything in that range, it gets +3 to
I know.
saves.
Yeah. In that matter, this shadow is gonna move forward and attack the guard over here. Actually, shadow. All right. The guards knew this was coming because it was like, just seeing you, like the bright light kind of sort of like warned him for the shadows coming. So as the shadow reached out his branch, the guard just duck, and then like duck and roll out of the way. Yeah. The shadow kind of hisses as he sees this. That'll be the end of this shadow's turn, and the other shadow is gonna seeps into the automaton, try to take over control as well. Alright, so your aura of courage, can I see the effect?
I don't have a spell card for it.
Oh, don't worry, I can search for it. Aura of courage, right? Alright, let's see. Aura of courage. Wait, aura of courage.
Sorry, protection.
Oh, protection.
Courage is right below it. It's
channel divinity. Aura of
Whenever
protection. Okay, so
you are a
friendly.
friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
So that's +2. Okay.
3.
3. Okay.
Plus 3. Yeah.
Nice.
You must make a... you must be conscious to
this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, hold on. Let me check. Creature. All right. I would say yeah.
The guards haven't attacked us, so they're still friendly to me.
Yeah, true. However, it's not the guards I was thinking. It's the automaton.
Yeah, but like those right now, we're kind of in the same boat. It's us versus them,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
They
basically
haven't attacked us.
thinking, does the automaton count as creatures? That will make
It
a world of difference.
should, because
Uh,
anything is a creature, right? Like
yeah.
when you do scorching ray, it says target a creature or target a object.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
So I would say your magic aura kind of repels the reach from the shadow that was trying to attach itself to the automaton. +3, that'll be 17. Okay, cool. Alright, the shadow kind of hisses again, and then he's gonna make a swing to drain. Alright, he's gonna make a swing to Tully. Turn around, make a swing. Unfortunately, Tully, you were flanking it, and you know this was coming, so the shadow kind of waves in vain to where it thought you were, but it's like, no, you were not there. And this, alright, this shadow, the shadow's turn ends. Now it'll be automaton. The will go with the automaton that was controlled in the first place. This one is gonna slam twice to the guards right in front of it. This is bad. So, the first guard that was pummeled, you see a flying body across the space, almost slammed into one of you as its lifeless corpses kind of slams into the ground. The other fist swirls around and slam into the second guard, kind of knocking it right in the stomach and making it bend over and like cough out a large chunk of blood. That will be alright. And he does not look good. Yeah, and the automaton is gonna walk over. 1, 2, 3. The guard, I'll have him make a con save. Yeah. Alright, so he's gonna stab at the automaton before the automaton leaves. However, the automaton just the spear kind of bounces off from the automaton's armor, just like ping, and he moves right towards you, and that'll be the end of its turn. The other automaton is gonna turns around, look at the the one that was closing in, that was taken over, and is gonna do a fist fight. Yeah, only the second attack hits. You see the large, it's like two giants fighting each other. The automaton that was still under the guard's control kind of slammed into the one that was taken over by the shadow, and kind of embedded its fist right into its chest. Yeah. That will be the end of its turn. 8. That would be okay. Alright, that's it. And that'll be the automaton's turn. Alright, Tully, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna disengage from this one in front of me, and I'm
Okay.
gonna come around here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pull my baton.
All right.
Oh,
You definitely
there we
do.
go.
The moment
Then,
you pulled out your baton, all the shadow kind of looks at you directly.
oh boy.
It's like an all eyes on you situation. Even the one that
Mhm.
was controlling automaton. And it's been quite a while since you used your baton. When you reach
Mhm.
into it, you don't hear anything this time. Instead, you only feel this like kind of drained feeling inside your body. Like the baton is like someone was starved for a couple of
Okay.
months. That was
Oh boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I haven't eaten
so
in ages.
starving that can't even move a muscle. All right. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna swing at the automaton in front of me
All right.
because it's still possessed, right?
Yeah. Make your attack. All right.
Oof.
Your baton sinks, like cuts open the automaton like it's cutting open like butter, like hot knife through a butter. It just embeds itself to the automaton and dealing. Yeah, you have friends
Yeah.
around, so yeah,
Mhm.
deals 20 points of both sneak attack and slashing damage. The baton at this turn kind of like express no feelings at this point. It's like you're feeding the ones who are starving with stones and stuff like that. It just you successfully hit. Normally you'll have to make a wisdom save,
Yeah.
but this time it's like no response. That's it.
Tally's
Alright.
smiling now. This is a feral grin.
Yeah. All right.
Oh boy.
That will be the end of your turn, I guess. All right. Roll me a perception check, Tali. At the end of your turn.
Oh boy. Perception.
All right. As you pull the baton out of the automaton's body, you notice that there are a few cracks underneath. It's not entirely broken, but you can tell that the center of the baton you were holding, there's a large chunk of crack that just kind of wax open. That's it.
Oops.
All right. Viking, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
I am. Oh, what the hell?
Oh,
No, I
what
was
the
trying
hell?
to move something on my character sheet, and
What happened?
all of a sudden it started moving now. What the hell?
All right.
Weird. I don't know. I gotta close my character sheet. I'm going to attack this one here.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just had to reopen the character sheet.
All right.
So, first swing is going to be, where is semi-sealed
Let me
fate?
help you. Okay. All right.
20.
20. That definitely hits. So,
8 points
yeah,
of
8
slashing
points of
damage.
slashing. So with that gigantic target, you swirled your blade. You feel like grateful you didn't answer to the guards and drop it onto the ground in the first place. Yeah, and you swing and like slash it directly into the automaton. The automaton just like takes it. You don't see anything crack. Yeah, you're not sure how much harm you did it. Yeah.
Going to also, yeah, I'm gonna do Divine Smite.
All right.
I think I just created that, so, that would be. So the way it works is it's 2d8, so the 11 radiant. if it's a fiend or undead, it also takes an additional 7 points.
All right. So the automaton as your divine smite, Devin smite.
Oh,
just kidding.
sorry.
It's fine. I know you're. Don't worry about it. Just kidding. So. with
No,
the
I
divine-
fixed it. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. It's with a divine smite. You slammed your. It kind of channels your energy because you're already slammed onto the automaton. You channel your divine energy with the like beyond and like the deceased. You pour it into your sword. You can feel the slight resistance from your sword at this point, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. The automaton, however, does twitch for a little bit, but just that, just a little bit.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna click it again, but I'm not gonna actually cast it. I just gotta figure out if this works. Yeah, that worked. Okay.
Yeah.
That didn't work actually. When I said,
No,
oh
it
yeah,
worked. It
upcasting,
worked.
that worked.
Yeah. it
Okay,
worked.
no, so I'm gonna swing again,
All right.
with my sword. Where is, let me see the plate. There's 15.
All right. This time it kind of just blocks your swing out of the way, just like ping.
Okay, and I'm going to swing at it again.
Yeah, with the haste.
Ooh,
Alright,
crit.
nice. With the momentum that was blocked off, you double back and aim for the centerpiece. Roll for damage.
That's twice now I've done that.
Yeah, nice.
Double crits.
Yeah. That's gotta be some achievement, like unlocked. If we're playing a video game. Yeah. All right.
And-
okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right. With that, you cut into the cord. You think you might hurt something valuable because it's like, one side of the fist kind of, it was still moving. It was still able to slam into the others. But this time, you think that with that you severed it entirely.
And just for shits and giggles, I am going to use my bonus action and try and knock it prone.
All right. Do it.
19.
All right. Nice. Because you use the chances that you kind of cuts open the automaton and kind of bash to the side the right fist that it doesn't seem to work anymore. It became a dead weight and kind of draws the automaton backwards, and with a slam, you heard the sound of the automaton fallen prone onto the ground. Nicely done.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Alright. That will be the end of your turn. Now will be the guard's turn. The guard, this guy is gonna move over. It's like, alright, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna save you, buddy. And he reach into his pocket, brings out a small potion, and like pours down the guard's throat. The guards draws back into 1 hit point. It's like, oh, what happened? Oh, every part of my body hurts. It's like, let's leave it to the professionals. And they kind of help support each other and backwards. And to this guy is also gonna drink a small potion for himself. All right. And when he's back on his feet, he's like, I'm gonna help them. You guys stay rested. And he's gonna move forward, trying to poke. Trying to poke the automaton with a good position. Attack. Yeah. This is really bad. Oh wait. He has advantage, right? Because it's prone.
Advantage from it being prone.
Nice. All right. The guard was still shaken, by the whole experience and how many bones in his body is broken. But the automaton like kind of lays on the ground, kind of help prevent him from tumbling over himself. However, his attack does miss the automaton, as the spear like stuck into the ground on the side. Alright, this guard still under control and not taking any damage. He's gonna move over and kind of try to attack the prone automaton as well. Alright, that definitely hits. With that, he like jams the spear right into the body, and yeah, that is. Let's see. Piercing, yeah. This dude is like not looking really well. Alright. That will be the end of its turn. And now will be Frederick's turn. Frederick is gonna loom over to the shadow and gonna try to cut it again. Try to use its whip to cutting deeper into the shadow's body. Well, sadly that misses. Yeah, first attack miss. Second, no, he's gonna use his bonus action to do anything. He's gonna use his bonus action to hide into the shadow. Ironically, yeah, and that'll be the end of its turn. And Viking, you also hear whispers again. It's like, this is. Prepare yourself. The next is gonna be bad. Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised he's not running in fear, since he's been in my head, and you know how fucked up that is.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not he's not like linked its mind to you. It's more like he's passing messages, like text messages.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah,
I know. It'd just be funny though.
Yeah.
Just runs in horror from the
from the sheer pain and suffering. All right, Rainy, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Actually, since I'm still pretty large in size, I'm actually gonna try and do like a shocking grasp on this shadow right beside me.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for attack. I believe when you're larger in size, you do you have advantage on grappling? Let me check. Just roll for attack first.
Grappling, I think you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll rule that for now. I'll rule that it works. So roll for attack first. Yeah. With that advantage, you grasp onto the shadow. Roll for damage.
All right.
The electrocute kind of emits from your palm, kind of shocks and like strikes into the shadow's form. The shadow. Can I see the shocking grasp? Hold on. All right.
If you were using an actual weapon, you'd get an extra 1d4 damage, but
Yeah.
since it's still a spell, it doesn't benefit from it.
Yeah. I would say spell doesn't benefit from the extra 1d4, but I would say Rivani has advantage on the shocking grasp because it's like close range. Yeah. Let's see. Shocking grasp. Yeah. Touch. If the target, I can use. Okay. Okay. Nice. All right. That's nice. you use shocking grasp, and the shadow takes quite a large amount of damage. Is that all?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Try and like actually grapple it, then that might be my turn then.
Yeah, I would say your shocking grasp doesn't really grapple him. However, because of your large size, you did get advantage on the attack, but that's about it.
For regular people,
Yeah.
grappling is an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
I have a feat that lets me do it as a bonus action. That's why I can prone and stuff as a bonus action.
Because the shield master.
Yep.
Feat. Yeah. So that will be the end of your turn, I guess.
Sure thing.
Okay. Now will be the shadow's turn. The shadow, right now, it has taken some damage, and it is now gonna try to loom over to you, Ruvani. No, actually. No. Actually, this shadow is gonna maneuver over, which provides Viking an opportunity attack. Go for it.
I am going to do a reaction.
Yeah. Did you use your reaction before, though? No?
No, not this round.
Okay, cool. Do it.
I've only done it to protect Ravani, the first round.
Alright.
I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
Alright. But no, Hellish Rebuke requires someone attacks you. So
It just is a reaction, isn't it?
No, it says reaction.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, there is a detailed description on the back. If someone attacks you. Let's see.
When you... Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
I rarely use it, so I always end up forgetting.
Yeah,
Okay, send me Sealed Fate then.
Go ahead.
24 with 12 points of...
Alright.
damage.
With that, you cut it down with ease. The blight of the blade kind of shines through as you cuts down the shadow in half, and it hisses, reduce into a black smoke. Yeah, and this one is gonna maneuver out as well, since you already lost your opportunity attack. It's gonna move over. It was here. It's gonna move over to the guards and kind of lumps into them, and the guard is gonna try to make a con save. All right, this guy makes it.
Was it the one that had my protection on him?
No. The one who had your protection on is already fighting for you right now.
Okay, no, because it's still active, right? It's 10 minutes.
Oh no, the one with your protection on is already diseased. Yeah, he was killed.
Yeah.
He was already killed by the shadow.
I thought he was the one doing the
the
death saves.
potion. Yeah, the potion thing is like, yeah, it's the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway.
It's all good then.
This guy, the shadow, is gonna try to do another trick. Okay. Oh. So, this time, as you see the guards perish underneath the claw of the shadow, it kind of reach in deeper to the guards, grabbing something that was glowing in like bright, gentle hue, and then crush it. And then you see black smoke coming out of the crushed hue, which you didn't really know what it is. And then a new shadow emerges from the corpses. And this one is gonna try to drain the guard as well. Yeah. And then, yeah, the first attack, the guard just like, "Ugh, get away from me, get away!" In a weak voice, and then he uses spear to try to poke it away. It's quite in vain, but the movement kind of distract the shadow from actually attacking it. However, the shadow is gonna try. Oh, no, not the spear. Sorry, wrong one. All right. So the shadow was trying to like seeps into the guard's body. Sadly for the shadow, the guard is like running around. It's making it really hard for the shadow to take over. So this shadow is gonna move over to one side of the corpses, and that's it. That will be the end of its turn. All right, this automaton is gonna. All right. You see parts of the body starting to sealed up as the ones originally like this kind of like severed right arm kind of reattach itself, king, and then like the body kind of just standing up right now, so it's no longer prone, and yeah, some parts of its body is recovered, and it's gonna try to slam. Yeah, actually, why not? It's gonna try to slam Viking for punching it down. Nope. Second attack aiming for the guard. Yeah. So the guard did not see this coming as a gigantic fist fly through midair, slamming it into the wall. Its lifeless corpses just kind of lumps. Yeah, and that will be the end of the automaton's turn. This automaton's turn, anyway. This automaton is gonna try to move over. It gets a reaction. Nope, it misses. And this one is gonna try to throw a few punches. Alright. All two punches hit as the shadow taken automaton kind of takes it right in the chest square, dealing quite a large sum of the damage. Alright, that will be the end of the automaton's turn. Now will be Tolly's turn. Tolly, what would you like to do?
I would like to hit it very much.
Go ahead, do it. Yeah, so the baton swings in midair as the automaton moving left and right. Though in its huge size, it's unable to hit for some reason.
I'm distracted. I turn to the guard and I'm just like, get out of here while you're still alive.
Alright, so you whisper that to the guard. The guard kind of nods you like rapidly. It's just like, I will. And yeah, so do you wish to do a second attack, or is that all?
Yeah. Nope.
Alright, so with the second attack, you still misses, like...
It's in that one.
Yeah, it's in that one, and you think you crack something as you look down. The crack that was on the baton kind of widens. You were holding it in place for a second, and then you heard a shrieking sound coming in from the baton, wails in pain as it like kind of like banshee sound when you last heard in your former encounter. And the baton just snapped, just kind of cracks open. A large proportion of darkness just pours out from the baton. The shadows kind of seems to take a notice, turns around as the large sum of darkness flows into them, forming them into a stronger being. You see their size largen, their bodies kind of strengthen. Yeah, and they are definitely spawning faster as you see two more of a smaller sized shadow kind of emerged as the residual energy kind of flows through. Yeah, and they all look slightly like Tully in a matter of speaking.
Okay.
I just toss the pieces of my baton and it's
Yeah.
like, far
Off
out.
in the distance, you hear, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yeah. Alright, but before you toss the baton away, Tully, you do hear a weeping sound. But it's so faint, you almost think that you're hallucinating
Mhm.
as you toss it away. Yep. That will be the end of your turn, I guess.
Do I like see do I like see the baton like breaking or?
Yeah, you all see it. You all see the large sum of darkness just forms. Yeah. So, that will
Going
be
like, oh,
okay. Go ahead.
just going like, oh crap! I think your baton just made them even stronger.
Yeah, no shit, remaining.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm making them stronger.
Is that
I'd
the
like
end of
to
your
not.
turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh
Alright.
boy.
As you guys yelling at each other for making it bigger and worse, Viking, what would you like to do?
I am like, the fuck, is my response to that.
Yeah.
And I am going to, first off, knock this thing prone, with a bonus action.
Okay, do it. You do that.
17.
Alright, so the automaton that was standing is gonna need to make a... Is it a con save or a strength save?
So it's an athletics or a dexterity.
Oh, so it's a strength save.
check.
I was using the wrong one. Alright.
Strength or dex, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just assume the past is like the past. Alright, so, as you knock the automaton onto the ground, you do, with your shield, you bashed it again, this time on the knee, and you knocked it prone. However, as you knocked it prone, you get this sense of kind of foul taste in your body as you see the automaton kind of now does a kind of a push kind of look, and you feel this gigantic burst right in your chest. What's your AC?
22.
Alright, so that'll be a 14. Okay. Roll me a dexterity save.
I have advantage on those.
Yeah. Alright, so 4, 6 is 3. No, 2 actually. Slash roll. You take 10 points of fire damage as the fire kind of bursts out from its chest and like kind of slams you in a way you didn't expect. Yeah.
Holy crap, 24 wasn't enough to save?
It is. It's like once it's succeeded, it's half. So yeah,
Oh.
it was halved. So
That's still a lot.
yeah, it was halved. Imagine the full burst. What that would do to you? Yeah.
Hold on, I think I have something for that. Was I the only one targeted by that?
Yeah. It was a reaction, and you're the only one who got targeted.
because of Shield Master, if you're the subject to an effect that allows you to make a Dex saving throw to take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage.
Would you like to use that?
Yes.
Okay, then as you raise your shield, you notice that the ruin that was like projecting the fire and its trajectory towards your direction, you managed to raise your shield just in time to see the fire kind of burns through the edges, burns right up the edges of the shield, and like kind of slams it onto the side. Like you kind of direct it into the sky. Sorry, you kind of direct it into the sky. It's like you take no damage.
Yeet.
Yeah, you endured a lot of heat. However, your shield.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Roll me a 1d20. Plus nothing. Just a 1d20.
$12.
All right. Then roll me a 1d2. Sorry, 1d2.
1.
All right. So you notice that with the fire that was burning through, the aura on your shield kind of dampened. As you see the part that the most heavy fire that was taken, it was kind of scrapped, and the line of the ruin kind of scrapes wide open. Your shield now loses its +1 property.
What?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Alright. I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
I have too much shit that relies on my shield to adjust my character sheet.
Okay.
But I'm down to 21 AC.
Yeah.
I think it also affects like my deck saves and stuff like that, so I gotta go through and modify my sheet.
All right. So.
I want to attack and murder this fucking thing.
Do it.
All
right.
So 21 because I'm
it's
flanking.
Prone, yeah. Since it's prone, it definitely hits. Sorry, I haven't put the prone stats.
So 9.
All right. Second attack.
Is it still up?
Hits. 8. All right. Third attack. You're still hasted. All right.
Yep.
It also hits. All right. With that, you managed to. You saw the damage it did to your shield. In your rage, your swarming blade kind of just cuts right beneath the automaton, almost breaking it apart. Let's see, 25 total. That will be. Okay.
Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Then I'll use Divine Smite at level 2
Alright, the final swing, you use your Divine Smite.
for another 12 points of damage.
Yeah, so you brand
That's
it
360.
with the last part, you channel your energy right into the body of the automaton. The automaton still holds, like kind of just lumps there with that overpowering energy. Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah.
Alright. The automaton looks battered and still reducing in smoke. However, it is still sitting there, not entirely broken. The guards on the side is gonna follow your lead, Tolly, and trying to run away. However, the street is that way. Shit. Shit. Alright. The guard is just like, shit. Alright. You know what, guys?
Just anywhere safe. Anywhere safe.
I guess.
Do not go through them.
Alright. He's gonna run towards this direction. He's like, but This is Iron Forge's turf. Shit. Fuck me. And he just run away like yelling, kind of like fuck. And as you see him on the brink, you notice that since you were starting battle and you didn't really pay attention to your surroundings, you didn't notice that the surrounding area kind of gets gloomier and darker and like even more gray as last time, Tali, you encountered one of these creatures. So you see the guard running to almost near the edge of the shadow of the entire surroundings and just got slammed into a shadowy wall. Yeah. He was like, what is this? Oh crap. And when he's like touching the wall, you notice that a same claw kind of reaches out from the wall, trying to grab the guard. The guard, let's see, make a dex save. Yeah, the guard managed to dodge out of the way just in time for the claws to like leave a mark. However, you do see as the guard's backing up, you do see one more shadow stepping out from the wall.
No.
Yeah. That will be the end of this guard's turn. The other guard, seeing there's no other option, is gonna try to move over to the back alley. However, he does also see a blackish wall formed of shadow. He's like, oh shit. He's like, guys, I don't think we can get out of here. Oh no. Oh god. Please help me.
What do you mean we can't get out?
Yeah. He points at the back. You also see like a blackish wall that was formed by the shadow on the side. Yep. That's two directions they've tried. Yep. And the guard, out of desperation, is gonna try to move forward to the automaton, and is gonna try to ask the current automaton to carry it. It's like, just kind of gives it a command, and the automaton kind of grabs it and like puts it on its shoulder. And the guard is gonna drink some potion down to help him stay alive. Oh, that's pretty nice. He's back. Alright, he's still looking beaten, but not defeated. So that'll be the guard's turn. Now will be Frederick's turn. Frederick is like, told ya. Well, no, I didn't expect your friend to aided those shadows, but as I said, they are way too many of them for us to defeat them. Follow my lead, and right now. And he just kind of walks over, using his bonus action to dash, to maneuver through the shadowy grasp, has the huge, largened shadow kind of trying reach out his branches to try to grasp it. It just dodges it out of the way, and like he just moved forward to one of the manhole on the ground, and he waves at you, all of you actually, and just leaps into the manhole. Just opens it, kicks it open, and leaps in. That's it. That's it for Frederick. He's temporarily out of battle. Alright, so, Ravani, you now see a gigantic manhole, well, leaving a cover on the ground. You also see those two shadows are closing in. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Lightning bolts.
All right.
Will I be able to hit both of them? Or?
Lightning bolts? It's a straight line, right? I would say, if you aim from your position to their position, you can hit all three of them. Yeah, because they are huge in size, so yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just that then.
All right, do it.
We're not on this yet.
Yeah.
As I.
As you cast the
Oh.
spell.
Yeah.
Nice. Do it. Roll for hold on. Lightning. Is it a saving throw first? Let me check. Lightning. Yeah. All right. So nice. 100 feet. Yeah. So the shadows all gonna make 3 dex save. What's your spell save DC?
They need to roll 15 or higher.
Alright, so sadly they all rolled higher. So you see the shadowy form kind of dissipate as the lightning strikes through them. However, they does take a half damage.
Yeah, they still take half damage.
Yeah, so all of them takes 17 points of damage. Alright, 17. The shadow hisses as they all take the points of damage. Yeah. Alright. The smaller shadow, however, even with the reduced damage, still got strike down as you see the lightning arcs through it and kind of like reduce it to a pile of ash. And Lavinia, roll me a perception check.
Perception 18.
Alright, you do notice that every time those shadow dies, and the time that like Tali's baton was broken, some of the energy kind of seeps into Bright Eyes. As its like form is getting solidified and it's getting slightly bigger than before. However, with the proper effect that happened on Bright Eyes, you will have to see when you have the time to check. But right now, Bright Eyes seems more concrete, a little bit, than before. Is that all?
Yeah,
Is that all you want to do? Or do you wish to move?
Confused at that, but I filed that for later. And so I'm gonna move to the back of the group now.
All right.
Tally is like yelling at you to get in that manhole and get out.
All right.
For God's sake, run!
So you can move to here or to your friends. Up to here, depends on you. It's up to you.
Just gonna move beside here.
Okay. Okay, so you stand right beside Tali as she screams at you to get the fuck out. Alright, the shadow. It's their turn now. Shit. Alright, these two are gonna this one.
It's okay, we can still.
This one.
I think we can still beat them.
We
This one
can't win this,
reduces-
Ravani. We are going to
Yeah.
die.
Alright. This one reduces its size, and then you see it's almost like creating a duplicate. Parts of the shell kind of leaks out and forming a second one on the side, and the second one reaches down into the dead corpses, also grabs out a translucent like bulb of stuff and like just crush it, and then a new shadow comes out of the form As yeah, that will be it
Like-
for their turn. Yeah, so for these three, that's it.
You might be kind of right.
Yeah. This one, however, is gonna move over to the shield, the automaton that wasn't under control, and it's gonna try to seep in to the automaton. Larger shadow kind of forms. Viking, does your aura gives advantage or no?
No, it's +3 to
Only
whatever
+3,
saving
right?
throw.
Alright, so
Yep.
in your horror, you do see the automaton kind of got swarmed, kind of like clothed with the shadow, as the shadow kind of taken over the entire thing. And yeah, it is now under control. The control looks more thorough than the one before, as the whole armor is it's like the energy kind of so overpowering that even the armor turns into black. So under control. All right, that will be it for this shadow. This one, however, is gonna move over and try to pull another shadow from the ground. Yep. Also a new shadow pulled from the corpses. And this one is gonna move over and try to claw the guard. Alright, does it grant AC, Viking? Or a protection?
No,
No.
just saves.
Alright, so the claw just like reaches into the guard's body, like kind of pulls out a still pulping heart. The guard looks in disbelief and just pummeled through the ground. It is now deceased. Alright, so this one is gonna try to seeps into the guard. Let's see, taken over control. Alright, the guard kind of wails in pain as its form kind of got taken over. Fleshes peel, like skins peels off, revealing the already decaying flesh, as the shadow kind of now taken over of the guard. Yep. And the guard moves backwards towards you. Sorry, the shadow control guard. That's it. That will be the shadow's turn. Now, the shadow control automaton is gonna move over in a flanking position and slam you, Viking. Let's see. What's your AC?
What's it trying to do?
It's gonna try to like punch you, basically.
21.
21. All right. The first one is really close. As your shield was destroyed, you can feel not destroyed. As your shield was cracked and damaged, you can feel the protection like kind of dampened, and the fist that was slamming over your head is like you only managed to block it off with your precise skill set that you learned along the way. And the second entirely misses you, but that will be this one's turn. This one, it will heal. As you see, the automaton that you bashed down kind of stands back up. As it stands back up, parts of its joint that was dislocated also reattach itself, like king, kind of you can see underneath the already peeled plate armor. You can see parts of the conduit kind of like links each other back together, kind of reattach itself, and it stands back up and tries to attack you with its attack fist. Nope. All right. This final attack. with the third attack, it also misses you, but you were so focusing on dodging their attack, the final, you were rolling into a position, and the automaton kind of anticipate that, and kind of slams into your stomach. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into your stomach, knocking some air out of your body. Alright, that will be the end of the Shield Guardian's turn. Tolly, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Well, damn, I gotta kind of target the guy that's in front of Lavinia, don't I? No, that's broken. That's broken. All I have is my Goran kitchen knives.
Yeah. So you easily stab the guard. The guard that was under control wasn't even paying attention. It's fine. So you stab him with ease with the first strike, and yeah, roll for damage.
The second one.
Yeah. All right. So with your company around, I would say you still have advantage. You still have the sneak attack. So because you have someone around you. So yeah, you easily slice through the guard that was taken over. But he's still you can't tell if he's alive per se, but he's still standing there. And the second attack misses it entirely, as you're so stunned by the opening wound is huge. You cut open most of its chest, part of its rib, and everything. However, the revealing inside is already starting to decay for some reason. Yeah, and yeah, that will be the end of your turn. Or do you wish to move?
I guess I can only kind of circle him. I can't disengage yet.
Yeah. Alright. So you maneuver to this position, and that will be the end of your turn, I guess.
Yeah. I'll go properly flanking.
Okay. That'll be the end of your turn. Now, Viking, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
How badly is this one injured?
It's almost dead kind of situation. Tolly really did a number on the guard with just single strike. Yeah.
So as my hasted action, I want to disengage.
All right.
And then come up to here. And I'll attack this guy.
All right. All right. That misses.
Yep. I forgot to knock him prone. I'm gonna knock him prone now that I forgot.
Don't worry about it.
20.
Okay. So for I'm gonna describe what happens. So for the first strike, you were so focusing on dodging the fist fight from the automatons that you completely missed your aim to the guard. However, you do remember that you can use your momentum to kind of knock him prone, so you raise your shield as you're running towards it and just kind of bash it with the momentum, try at least. However, the guard this time you are not sure if the guard is being held by some kind of foul energy, but in reality it is the guard just kind of knocks you aside. Oh, sorry, athletics. Hold on, I'm doing the wrong thing. He rolled a natural 20, but I did the wrong thing. Alright, so the guard was standing. As you charge over, it kind of resisted. You can feel every muscle in its body kind of trying to push you aside. However, your momentum kind of went just by a slight bit as you knock it down to the ground. He's prone.
Okay, I'll swing at him again.
Alright, so
25.
with that, you definitely because it's like you slam it right in across the chest. It's like its head's like landed, its back landed on the ground. So you slice its throat with your blade with ease. That's it.
Is it dead?
Yeah. So you see like kind of a blackish energy kind of swirls out of the body, kind of like taking its place. Yep. The guard is dead. Sorry. The guard is dead. However, the shadow reemerges. Alright, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm like, we need to go. And since I've already attacked, I don't think I can continue going
Mm-hmm. You can move
with that disengage.
Yeah, you can still move, but you can still move about
No.
2 squares. But if you move,
No, I'll stay here because I'm going to, I'll provoke an attack of opportunity now.
definitely. All right.
Okay.
That will be the end of your turn. The guards, they're all dead, so yep, none of them are left. Now, for Frederick, he's already gone. So now, Marie, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Both of us are telling you to go, by the way.
You can use your action to disengage if you want to. I'm just saying. You don't have to, but you can certainly do that.
Okay. Okay then.
Alright, what would you like to do? Sorry, I didn't really catch what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll use my action to engage.
Disengage, okay.
And
It's about...
Your push to talk key is Alt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's here. If you're wondering, it's about here. Yeah.
And
Sorry, I can't hear you. Did you say something? Okay. You might want to reconnect because I didn't hear a thing you said. I'm sorry. Which is bad. Just reconnect. Just click the Discord icon to disconnect and then reconnect. Yeah.
hello?
Yeah. Now it's better. Yeah. It was like nothing for.
Okay, so
yeah.
Jane, I'm gonna sorcery points to do quicken spell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You do quicken spell, and for what?
A 3rd level magic missile.
All right. So you do a 3rd level magic missile to which target?
It's five darts.
Yep.
So
All of them? Yeah. Sorry, you. I thought you were saying something. Go ahead.
Split across 1, 2.
Okay. 6 seconds, man.
Sorry, yeah, so three darts are going to this guy here.
Okay, do it. Roll for the attack.
The other 2 I'm splitting between this guy and this guy.
Do it. So roll for well, you don't need to roll for attack. It's automatic hit. So roll for damage. Click on the spell and roll for damage. All right. So you channel your, let's see, 3 darts. I would say the first the 14 is for the one you first hit. The other 2 I'm gonna like separate them into 2. All right. So with the first strike, you managed to slam into the shadow that was standing right in front of Rivani and right in front of Tali and Viking. Tali and Viking, you see the shadow got slammed multiple times. This kind of pure energy formed of darts kind of blows part of its body into pieces. It kind of cancels out the shadow creature's energy, the shadow's energy. It's still standing, however, but it's looking bad. These 2, they are also taking heavy fire. So 4. Okay. All right. However, these 2 also are still standing. 5, 11. Okay. All right. That will be your turn, I guess. Do you wish to still? You can still move 1 square if you want to. You only move like 25. Yeah, square of 25. Hold up. Yeah, you only move 25. Yeah, 20. You only move 20. You can still move.
I don't know why my ruler is suddenly like for increments anymore.
Really? Why? Let's see. Yeah. You know what? Which direction do you wish to point to? This way or this way?
Like 5 foot up.
5 foot up? Okay. That's it. So, yeah, you were a little bit off map. I don't know why.
It's like the map almost lost its like grid lines. You see that?
Yeah, but no, it's not working. See?
Yeah, but did you by chance disable lock to grid or whatever?
No.
Because like I can go like that.
Interesting. Hold on. No, it's still, the grid is still on, because it's like if there's no grid, it's like it will be like this. You know what? Let's do no grid. It's fine. We'll just do
But
it.
like normally you have to hold down Alt, I think, in order to get the like partial grid line, or not grid lines, but like move outside the grid.
Yeah, but I don't
Sit and
think,
refresh.
yeah, I don't think it's the problem. Well, I don't think it's on my end. Sorry, because my grid is still working.
Oh, the grid's back.
Yeah, I'm just opening the grid back on. Can you still move?
Yeah, I didn't even see the grid lines before.
Interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
looking into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's
So now we're back on work. Probably just connection issues causing the roll 20 to malfunction. Roll 20. All right. So Riveni, do you wish to stay there? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That will be the end of your turn. Now the shadow's turn. The shadow, this one, is gonna try to. It's gonna try to move over to you, Riveni. Tully and Viking, you can both make an opportunity attack if you wish to.
I'm just opening my character sheet up again.
All right. So
Vain.
yeah, with the dagger,
Yeah.
you're just so pissed at it.
Just
You
just
strike
instinct. It's
into-
on
yeah.
principle.
However, it's still missing, like, it's not missing, but the shadow has a way to trick you. So, yeah, your blade does nothing to the shadow. Yeah, for Viking, you didn't have an advantage, and thus the blade kind of misses its aim, swirls around in the empty space. And this shadow, Riveni, roll me a Constitution save. It's gonna lead. All right.
17.
With that Constitution save, you can feel that your body was about to take an over until all of a sudden, the shadow kind of seems to be repelled by something. And then you look down, you see Bright Eyes, it's like a small, tiny figurine size, kind of looks up at the shadow and kind of sticks its palm into the shadow's fist. Well, whatever that shadowy mass is. And then you see, and amazed, you see Bright Eyes starting to, drain the shadow of sort. You see energy flowing into Bright Eye's body, forming it into a more solidified, more stable figure. As in the end, the shadow kind of completely disappeared into Bright Eye's body, just like that.
Yeah, I sort of look up at thanks for the save, little buddy.
Bright Eyes just gives you a nod, and then thumbs up. Yeah. Alright, that will be the end of this shadow's turn. However, these shadows are gonna swarm around Viking. Swarm around. Can it move that far? This one? 25, 30. Yeah. It's gonna move towards you, Rainy. These two. This one is gonna move towards you, Tolly. This one is gonna move towards you. This one is gonna move towards here. Yeah. And yeah, the one that was right next to you, Rivani, is not gonna do a leap, as if something's, as if it knows something happens. Instead, it's gonna kind of, you see a shadowy spike coming out of its you call it limbs or whatever, and it kind of shoots the spike directly towards you. What's your AC?
15.
All right, so your translucent mage armor just kind of blocks it just in time. Oh, and sorry for the latent. All right, so as the two clashes, all of a sudden you guys all see kind of a illusionary butterflies and flower petals kind of flutters in the air as the moment they clashes. Interesting. Yeah. And that will be the end of its attack. This one is gonna attack you, Tolly, and sorry, this one is gonna move here. Alright. To gain a flanking position and claws. Alright, Tolly, what's your AC? 15, right?
15.
Alright, so one of the shadow kind of managed to claw you in a way, and roll me a 1d4. Alright, you take 8 points of necrotic damage as the blackened energy kind of sucks, kind of lashes into your body, kind of leaves a mark, and also you feel some part of your strength is drained a little bit. You now your strength score is now down 1, -1. So you're down to 7, I guess.
Yeah. Oh no.
Tully, our grappling expert.
Yeah. I'm making it 2 now.
Yeah. Alright. So the second attack misses you as you fumbled in pain and kind of dodges the grasp out of the way, totally by accident, but hey, you dodged it. Yeah. The other attack for you, Viking, is gonna miss entirely as all of their grabs is kind of reduced, and your aura kind of repels them from getting even closer to you. However, this one is gonna try to make an attempt to attach itself towards you. Roll me a Constitution save.
It's 14.
14? You should be thankful for that 14 because, yeah, the shadow kind of, you can feel the darkness kind of filling your heart again. However, this time, instead of your body that repels it, you can feel from deep down in your soul something yells in an ancient language that you happen to understand. It's celestial. It kind of yells to the creatures saying, "Bow underneath your lord. Stay away from my belongings." And you see the shadow kind of got shrugged back, and like the shadow creature kind of for a second kind of fluctuated in and out of existence, and then in the end it just vanishes.
I'm like, before he vanishes, I'm like, you gone done? I'm fucked up, boy.
Yep. Alright, the second one, it's after witnessing this, it's not gonna do that. Instead, it's gonna move slightly upwards. No, sorry, slightly downwards towards you. It's still keeping its distance, but yeah, you can tell even with a faceless creature and like not even a solid form kind of creature, you can smell fear. Viking, it's what you do. And that will be the end of Shadow's turn. Now turning into the Shadow Control Automaton. The Automaton gonna move forward. Boom, 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 boom. And all of them, it's gonna make attack against you. Yeah, no. So, the automaton that was hammering down on you, Viking, you were doing heroic stuff. You were surrounded by under heavy fire of all the attacks, but you still managed to dodge and block your way out of it. These two. However, the second one is not so lucky, as the gigantic fist slammed into your body, dealing 19 points of bludgeoning damage. It cracks open half of your rib. Well, it kind of crushes half of your rib on the side. You feel this pain. Kind of drains your energy in a way. Yeah. The second attack misses as you use your shield to manage to deflect it. But yeah, that's it. That will be their turn. Tolly, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Oh man. There's not a lot to be done. I guess I'll disengage.
All right.
Step back.
All right.
Is the manhole still open?
Yeah, the manhole is still open.
Can I grapple Lavinia and get her into the manhole without her taking an attack of opportunity? Can I take it instead?
Still large though.
The manhole is about, two of the halflings width. So you think you can fit through? You guys are slim in a way.
You just gotta drop.
Yeah, and however, with that, roll me. Let's see, what will this be? I would say roll me an acrobatics check versus the Shadow's acrobatics check.
Okay.
Oh, nice. All right, so you remembered your training, and Lavinia will be proud as you dash over to Ravani, kind of leaps in midair, kind of distract the shadow with the whip, with a swirl in midair, and like kind of grabs Ravani by the shoulder, doing the acrobatics, backflip, and then just toss her and yourself down into the manhole with a precise aim. No one's getting hurt. Amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah, and the shadow have no response. Like, it was trying to do something, but it can't. Yeah, you guys are all down the manhole.
Tally, wait! Ah!
Yeah, you're all falling into the pit. Alright, that will be the end of your action. You're temporarily out of initiative. Alright, now it'll be Viking's turn. Viking, you heard your friends, you saw your friends fall into the manhole. What would you like to do? Leap
well, I guess I'll have to disengage and go down the hole.
Alright, you use your action to disengage, and then, yeah, you just rush towards the manhole and take a leap of faith. Alright, as you do that, you notice that the shadow kind of backs away. Surprisingly, they're not catching up on you guys. On the other hand, the automatons are. As you can see, the automatons are starting to punch the surrounding of the manhole. As you leaps in, you can see from the tiny gap that the automaton is starting to punch the ground surrounding it, trying to widen the entrance. And yeah, for this duration, I would like everyone to roll for acrobatics or athletics check. Alright.
13.
13. Nice. Alright, Ravani, I will need you to make an extra constitution saving throw for your spells. Precisely. Because it's hard to remain concentrated. Yeah. But you did manage to remain your concentration. Part of it must have something to do with Tolly holding you by the shoulder. Yeah. And yeah, you guys like fallen into the pit. It's not like as long of a distance as you think. You each only take 5 points of fall damage as you landed on the ground. Your feet hurts. Yeah, it's not a great. For Ravani, it's not a graceful, but landing. But for others, it is. Yeah, so you guys are now at the bottom of darkness. You have no clue where you guys are at, and you can't see anything. Well, for Ravani, yeah.
I got her.
Yeah, so.
Do I take that 5 points as well? Sorry.
Yeah, you also take that 5 points. Yeah. It's like...
Okay.
Yeah, everyone is like above. Yeah, so... it's good. It's good. Alright, so...
soon as I sort of get back on my feet, I'm gonna sort of fumble around in my... to try and find those goggles that I... got a while back, and sort of put them on. And
alright, so Ravani, the goggles, yeah. So, you guys all can see better now, slightly better. It's like something in here tries to block your sight. However, you do manage to see like a slight opening. Yeah, underneath the tunnel, you see. Frederick leaning against a pile of, junk underneath the sewer, and he's like currently smoking. Actually, he's like lighting up his pipe, like king king. All right, so took you guys long enough. Told you we need to get out of the battle. This place is about the only place that the Shadow Warriors won't follow.
Why?
Why?
What do you mean?
Why? Because, this is a place for the monstrosity to happen. This is what we call the underbelly of Lux. All of the dark side, the outcasts, the abominations, they all reside in here. It's about the only place they won't look. Yeah.
Awesome. So we're away from shadow death and into just regular death. This is
Well,
awesome.
I would say shadow death is more horrifying. Underneath here, if we found the right person, we still might get a chance to survive this. Especially.
What was all that?
Go ahead.
What was all that? Oh, with the shadows trying to kill all of us. What's?
Well, as you can see, selling information is part of my living, and stuff like that. Stuff like I told you. Well, the Queen's probably doesn't really.
This
like
one's
that.
kind of icky. Yeah, no, they wouldn't.
Yeah. Also, for the guards, they wanted me for a reason. So, a reason we can discuss later. We can try to survive for now. Yeah. He's kind of twitching behavior, like, as if he's got something to, like, he doesn't really want to share. Yeah. He kind of made that a little bit obvious for you to see. Alright, so, shall we move forward?
After you.
Of course. Well, counting this, well, you guys did help me fend off the guards. Well, this guy did help persuade the guards. So I would say the first debt is off. However, I'm leading you guys to the safety, so it kind of feels like you guys owe me again. Just saying.
Ever the businessman.
Yeah.
We should have just let you die.
Well, I could have just let you guys all perish on the ground without telling you the exit.
Oh, that does remind me. If the shadows were after me and I died, would that be it? Would they just stop?
He looks at you and sighed and says, I doubt it'll be that easy, honey.
Fair.
You see,
I was just wondering why you didn't leave me to die. Seemed counterproductive for you.
yeah, I know. I kind of wonders that sometimes, but I know Lavinia's brat when I see one. Definitely someone trained by her. And you see, we divorced a couple of years ago, but yeah, she's still
Divorce?
Yeah, it was an ugly mess, and yeah, I didn't want her to go to this different realm to like find some kid, which I will say it's probably you. She
Doesn't take a genius for that one.
Yeah, and she's really stubborn,
Oh
annoying,
yeah. Yep.
and stubborn as hell. And he says stubborn twice, and he's like,
Mhm.
yeah, and that leads to a huge argument. She accused me for not being supportive. I accuse her for not being a good, well, company, and yeah, things just started to fall apart. So yeah, she
Mhm.
took on the mission, tried to get away from me and this place. I took on another job. So no longer working for the garrison, which is a nice news. The informant job pays me more, and yeah. Anyway, so no matter our differences, I can't just let you die. Yeah. Not by the hands of the queen, of course, for sure. Alright, still, you guys owe me money. I'm just saying. Business is business.
If we live, I'll settle our debts. Otherwise, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right.
The shells are supposed to like work for your family, don't they, Telly?
Well, I have a few theories, and I've been rather assaulted by this lot before. Someone's unhappy with me. I genuinely thought the Queen assumed that I was the one murdering the royal family to seize power. I really thought that was it, because I mean, it looks suspicious. I roll up, and then everyone starts dying.
And
It's
you
great.
wouldn't be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be wrong. But
Yeah.
story for
Okay,
another time.
I guess
We gotta keep moving.
Have I mentioned I hate this place?
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
you guys finally get a better look, and it is, well, everything you would hate, you would imagine and hate in a sewer. That's basically the whole package. So you see rats rattling through the afar. Their small, beady, red eyes kind of like looks at you in the shadow, and then kind of squeaks like rolling far away. It's not the kind that the rat folk you once met, like Jerry or in the House of Mulligan. It's not the rat folks that looks adorable in a way. These rats are fat and they're disgusting and they look hideous, and as if every bite, just a single bite from it, will affect you with some random disease. You see the drains down here. You guys jumped down, so you didn't take a better look, but you do now stand in a shallow stream of water with feces and urines underneath your foot. You can smell that even from just the best you try to cover it, you can still smell it. You think you'll probably get the smell attached to your clothes in the morning. You see, random packages on the side of the drains. Most of them are just wooden boxes, kind of broken crates. Some of them are like, you see parts of the broken spear, some wrecked swords, and some like rotten fruit or something just kind of got dropped down into the sewer. It's like the ugliness of Lux. Like how in comparison, like the more beautiful and astonishing the surface looks, the more hideous and disgusting the drainer shows. Yeah, it's in comparison. So yeah. Frederick kind of leads you guys forward. You can still hear the pummeling sound from above the sewer, and Frederick kind of lifts one of his, like, sort of like a lantern. You guys think you saw something like this before with one of your traveling companions who also happens to have a lantern like this. He raised that lantern above and like lights the path forward and just says, well, I guess currently we don't have what you call it, were creatures. Yeah, not at this hour, but probably soon. So 30 feet. Wait, is it 30 feet? No, it's like 10 feet. Sorry. He's gonna, like, so, follow my lead, and we'll get past this. Hold on. Aura, you guys should be able to see that by now. Yeah. Alright. He's gonna move forward, and you guys will follow him. So, Raven, now, if you want to check Bright Eyes, it will be a good time since the combat is over. Yeah, and moving forward, you see more piled up crates in front of you. Like someone must have use this place as a storage because you move forward and you see better. You see broken crates. You see more supplies that are not broken, to your surprises, that are still in the sewer. Frederick kind of cracks open one of them, and you see fresh clothing underneath. He's like, huh, I assume we are in the right place, but let's keep
the right place
forward. Yeah, you see, so the League kind of resides in this area. So they're, like I said, form of were creatures, monstrosities, and abomination that doesn't fit in the bright and glamorous city. But also, the jester spawns are here as well. If we can avoid the League and go to the jesters, I'm sure he will take. Well, he'll provide us shelters. That's kind of their thing, to help those who are in need, I guess. I never met him in person though. Just rumors. Even I don't travel underneath the sewer that often. I know the layout, but yeah, that's about it. He continues to move forward. You guys can see up front there is a small intersection that kind of crosses over. Yeah. At this moment, you do see a few, like, you can see up front a few of the beady eyes kind of looks at you, like small red dots from afar. However, it doesn't look like they're from the ground. They are about your height, and they are like, yeah, there's about 5 of them. You see red dots coming from afar. Those red dots are about 5 or 6 of them, in fact. What would you like to do?
I sort of keep asking Ty, like, why do you think the queen would like think you are the one killing people so quickly?
To seize power. If I kill everyone ahead of me in succession and then I take the throne, it's not who I am, but she doesn't know that. She doesn't know I don't want any goddamn power.
If you're in the royal family, isn't the queen like your mom or something?
My aunt, actually.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. Allie's the one that's directly related to him. I'm a little bit different. But if I and that's why if I took all of them out, it would be me. But she doesn't know me. She never met me. I didn't exist to her probably until just recently.
Still, that's a little messed up for. Don't you think?
It's politics. It's power. Isn't that sad? I think that was a perfectly reasonable response.
Yeah.
I mean, I did kind of grow up as a bit of an urchin, so I guess I don't really get it.
You are a kind person. You are not the ruthless souls that we are. It takes a bit of. You can't feel sometimes when you make decisions like that.
Alright. For Viking, as they are having this conversation, you also kind of experiencing something that's rumbling underneath. You think the shadow that was trying to take over your body kind of awokens something that's deep inside of you. you can't tell what exactly it is for sure for now. If you want to check, you can roll an insight or an arcana check to see what's wrong or what's right. Yeah. All right.
Da da da. Da, da, da.
With
You're
that
just
arcana check,
ready.
yeah. Today it's like all crits, you guys. It's amazing. You feel this rumbling coming from some place afar, and then you're back in that place. You are seeing from a different perspective again. This time, you see through the eyes. You can see the barren lands once again. You see those cultists that was once there. Now only only 3 of them left, standing right, like near some sort of a throne inside of a large temple. You see them bow like towards the throne, kind of ushers each other forward, and then in the form of like ritual dance combined with sacrificing. As you can see, in front of the throne there is a lifeless body. As they pierce their dagger into the body, kind of rips out the flesh and opens up. So the throne like reach out a few like tentacle-like gray energy kind of latch onto the corpses and drains everything, like reduce the corpses into a pile of nothingness. And you can hear the throne kind of starting to echo in a sound saying, "I need him. Bring him to me. I can feel it. It's so close. Something touched him. And I want him now." You see the cultist leader kind of whispers something to the throne, and this time you don't understand the language, but you entirely understand what he's saying. It's a weird sensation. You feel the leader that was the cultist standing up to the throne and says, "We had them. We had those 2. Now we just need him. He is the crucial piece, but we need the right ritual in order to provide what you need, my lord." And you heard the throne kind of rumbling, and a noise kind of keeps saying, "I want him now." And then the cultist leader just continues saying, "The skeletons are the keys to unlock its true power. We have them already, and he will be ours to take once the time is right." Yeah. Yeah. And then like the vision fades, and you feel the rumbling kind of stops underneath as you manage to catch up with what Tolly and Rivani were saying at this moment.
When I went to that other place,
Mm-hmm.
did it also change? Was I smelling through someone else's nose?
Yeah, you were.
When I come back, I'm like, "Ah, fuck! It stinks here!" Just like out of the
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
That's all I say to the rest.
Yeah. The sewer smells like rotting, like food rotting and like feces and stuff like that. But the realm you were in, the places you were in, you smell nothing but decay. Like you know, the smell of rotten fruits, the smell like of like feces are no comparison to the natural decaying and dying, like nothingness. It has no comparison. Yeah.
I'm okay with the decay smell. I just don't like the smell of shit.
Yeah.
You alright, McKean? You got a cold or something and they just noticed it? We've been
It's
down
all
here a
good.
while.
No, nothing. It's all good. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. You sure you didn't hit your head on the way down? Are you alright?
It wouldn't surprise me if I hit my head. Yeah. We won't talk about it now. We'll another day.
Okay.
And at this moment, you.
I don't like the information dealer hearing my dirty laundry.
Yeah, I know. However, at this moment, the information dealer is kind of like, "Hey, folks, there is a slight situation." As you guys turn around and wrapped up from your thoughts, you see, 5 of the creatures stepping out of the shadows. Their beady eyes looking directly into you and says, their form is like shadow, like covered partially in the shadows. They seems to have a sensitivity to the light, and they hisses and like kind of towards Frederick's lantern. And now you get a better look. Their face are formed of rat creatures that are not in a smooth, like cute look per se. Like Jericho, you guys once met. These are hideous, like teeth grinning, like saliva drooling creatures, with long tails and like really great, like even dark hair. You can see like stuff like stuck inside their furs and their clothing. They all reach out. Some of them reach out at crossbows aiming towards you. Some of them pulls out daggers, and yeah, the front one just trying to speak something to Frederick, but it just can't, and just like kind of hold on, let me see. So these creatures, yeah, okay. So yeah, it actually speaks, though through the difficulty of whatever it's facing. You just heard it saying, "Get out of our property." What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna cast light on my sword.
Okay, you cast light on your sword. The even more bright light makes them raise their weapons like, and you heard the front leader just kind of says, "Leave or be one of us. Leave or be one of us. Or die. Become food."
I'm gonna come up. Actually,
Well,
I'm gonna.
Can I step forward a bit? I kind of want to step forward. Like, wait, hold on a minute. What if we gave you something in exchange for letting us pass?
You see the creature kind of grins, with its teeth, like front tooth, shines as it looks at you, Lavinia, and just says, "Everything. Leave everything. Give us all you have and your path. And you can go
Wrong fucking answer right into the face.
All right. That is where we'll stop our session today. Before
Price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah,
No, sorry.
before Viking throws a javelin still flies in midair. Yeah. Yeah.
That
nice.
still show that freeze.
Yeah, it's like freeze. That will be the end of today's sessions.
I hate this place, and my annoyance level is just going through the roof.
Yeah.
So I'm just tired of like everybody trying to fuck us over.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I want to go home. I'm done.
Yeah.
Just trying to use words was worth a try at least.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
He wanted our stuff, so I'm giving it one at a time.
One piece at a time. Just the pointy bits. Yeah.
Yep.
If it was something reasonable, I might have been willing to entertain it, but I guess not.
Yeah. I hope you guys are. I mean, I was trying a lot of options to not force you guys to do anything, but
I mean, tell me everything. I've got nothing left.
I'm just like I've given up on talking to people and dealing with this shit anymore. I'm like, let's fix, your sister, and get the fuck away from all this psycho shit. Like, we were much better off in the Underdark. Nobody was like doing us like fucking us over.
All the guys are
left, right,
enemies.
and center.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about friends turning enemy because they are already enemies. Yeah. This is the trick of storylines in cities because you can't really tell who you can trust. That's the biggest issue. Yeah. In the wild, you just have to face monsters because they're gonna take your life. So, yeah, it's trickier in the city. All right. Nice job, guys. Well done. I will see you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoy the session. Yeah. All right. See you guys next week.